Police officers get into foot chases all the time. Sometimes there's no getting out of it, and K9's not always around. You roll up on some scene, person takes off, and you go after them. You're off to the races.
What happened? Would you lose him?
He's a freak. He's a fast killer. He's a fast killer.
I'm going to share a story of one of my first police chases that I got into as a uniformed police officer. It's a really old case. It's all been dealt with, so I can talk about it. A lot of the details don't matter, but there was somebody who wasn't supposed to be somewhere, who wasn't supposed to be contacting another person, who was. Okay? Sure enough, this happened again, and a call came over the radio. I happened to be right in front of this building when it took place, when it came over the air. I drove around to the front of the buildings to where this person was. He saw me and he took off. So me, of course, being a younger officer, acting like some hotshot, I think I can catch anybody. There was a tennis court attached to this building. Person runs through the gate and then closes it behind him. And the gate locks. So they run right through. I had to crawl up the gate, down the other side, and then run through. Same with the other side. They closed the gate. I had to go up the gate, down the other side. And that was, kind of time consuming, of course. And there's people everywhere. This is the summer. Everybody's watching me. I get to the other side and the person makes her way to a main road onto a bus. Now I start running through the parking lot and the bus driver saw me, so they stopped the bus. And I could see the person moving back and forth. They were getting very agitated in the bus. I get on the bus. Immediately, this person dropped to the ground, acting like they don't know what's going on, acting like they didn't have the capability to understand what I'm saying, or that they weren't even in control of their own actions. This was obviously a lie, okay? They knew exactly what they were doing. They'd been through the system, and they've played the system for years. Now, something really cool about this was, as I was running through the parking lot, again, this was broad daylight, there was two guys who saw me. They made their way to the bus. They got on a bus. They immediately identified themselves as police officers from another police service who were observing something else that was going on right around the area at the time and offered their assistance. And the worst part is, because of this guy who was not a nice guy, is that a good way of saying it, was acting like they didn't have the capacity to understand what was going on, people were approaching me and started to get angry with me on the bus, because it seemed like I ran onto the bus to start picking on some guy who's not aware of their surroundings completely. And people became verbally, thank goodness there was no, actually I say thank goodness there was no cell phones, but I almost wish there was cell phones, just because there'd be a lot of footage of this, and it's easier to explain these things at the station and where you're doing your paperwork up and everything else when there's things posted online, or at least if police have body cams. This was, again, years ago. It ended up being okay. Additional cars came. The ambulance came, of course, because this person was putting on a show. But even the person who was really mad at me understood what was taking place after a while and apologized and such, gave me the card. I'm still in contact with the two police officers from a different police service. And thank you very much once again. All right, so this is just a quick story that came from a comment that somebody left on my post about police pursuits. I'll link that video in the description. Thanks for paying attention here. Lots more to come. Be safe out there. Look after one another, and perhaps we will see you again.